Some NBA action. And on tap tonight, it's the Dallas Mavericks going up against the Boston Celtics. I'm Kevin Harlan along with Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. On the sidelines, it's David Aldridge. And now the opening lineup for Boston. The small and power forwards, the star pair of Brown and Tatum. Holiday in the backcourt. To his side is White. And it's Porzingis in at the 5 spot. And for the Mavericks, Klay Thompson is out there with Kyrie Irving. Then there's Washington. Then it's Anthony Davis. And it's Gafford in at the center, locking down the middle. Oh, Stan, this should be a fun one. A clash at the center position.
Yeah, and Kevin, the way the game has changed, we don't see these kind of big men matchups much anymore. And so it's great to see one where two great big guys going at it, and they're going to go after each other.
And Stan, you know what you're talking about. You've had the opportunity to coach some great big men.
Oh, I have. I had Shaquille O'Neal, Dwight Howard, Andre Drummond. I seem to always have good centers.
Brown outside. No good on the three. And it's Irving with the ball for the Dallas Mavericks. Washington. Some solid defense from Brown. And pushing it up, here's Boston. And the dunk by Tatum.
Huge fan of how Tatum runs the floor. It's almost a lost art. Terrific when he's in attack mode, in transition, putting a lot of pressure on that defense.
Now, here is Irving. Beyond the arc. Rebounded by Tatum. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Well, I briefly spoke with Jason Kidd. Coach said they want to force Jason Tatum to uncomfortable spots on the floor. Now, they recognize those spots are few and far between, but Coach wants to keep Tatum out of the paint specifically. If his team can do that and force Tatum to shoot more from outside, they feel relatively good about their chances. Back to you.
Thank you, David. And here's Holiday following the three-pointer by Kyrie Irving. Tatum against Davis. Tatum passes to Holiday. Tatum with the screen on Irving. 5 on the clock. Lets it go from 14. And it's Anthony Davis with the rebound. Dallas has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Rebounded by the Celtics. Outside, White. To the paint. Looks for Holiday. Gets it to him. White against Thompson. On the wing, Holiday. Tatum kicks to Holiday. Lets it go from deep. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist.
And I love Holiday's shot selection. Fantastic at realizing when he should shoot off the catch.
Stan, you talk about a stacked roster. It's hard to find many weaknesses for the Celtics.
Yeah, Kevin, there's a reason the Executive of the Year award went to Boston's front office last season. The Celtics are built right, and they're built to last.
Here's Davis. Hits the jump hook.
And Davis shoots a high percentage because he's so adept at playing to his strengths.
Tatum passes to Holiday. Over Irving. On target from 13 feet. Holiday's got 5.
Well, he got to his spot in the mid-range, and that's a shot he's going to make more often than not.
And we've got a timeout called by Jason Kidd. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team.
Please give a cue for your detailed crew. Get back!
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Holiday against Irving. Down low. Stolen by Tatum. Here's White. He's off on that one. Good D by Thompson. The Mavericks have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Davis kicks to Thompson. Outside Irving, down to 5 on the shot clock. With the teardrop, he takes it up and lays it in. 5 points in the game.
And yet another circus shot from Kyrie. Not many of the shot-making ability of Irving.
Outside Holiday. Next to Porzingis. Three-pointer. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Now here's Irving. 5 points in the game. And here is Gafford. Davis kicks to Washington. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. For Boston, they've gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. Tatum drives in. Over Thompson, puts the move on. Tatum no good.
Wow. Missed the easy one right there, right at the rim, but came up empty.
Gafford finds Thompson. Here's Washington. Still without a basket, and they take the lead.
Good job of stepping up to the plate there, seizing back the momentum for his team.
Yeah, plenty of lead changes in this game. It's gone back and forth.
Now here's Tatum. Back to Holiday. To the middle. Trying to find Thompson. He gets it to him. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Yeah, textbook positioning there for Porzingis. Once he's established it, he's going to have the advantage and able to finish that one above the rim.
Here's Thompson. Irving dishes to Davis. Great D that time from Tatum. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. A miss that time would have put him up. The Mavericks have gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far. Right at the 50% mark. Gafford against Porzingis. Gafford kicks to Davis. Inside. It's hauled in by Brown. Boston's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Here's White. Off with the layup. The Mavericks shooting 45% from the field early. Washington passes to Davis. No good. Shot missing. Great D that time from Tatum. Boston shooting at around 42% since the opening tip. Brown inside. Davis is on it. Porzingis sets the pick for Holiday. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. And the Mavericks with possession here. Davis dishes to Thompson. That one drops for him. Thompson's got his second bucket.
Known as a shooter, Thompson's size allows him to score inside as well.
Porzingis inside. Covered by Gafford. Porzingis can't hit. The Mavericks leading. Pass to Irving. Fires from 14. That one falls. Now it's a 4-point Maverick lead.
His goal is to make an impact all over the floor. Irving can be a headache from mid-range.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. The Mavericks will go for a different look here. Derek Lively, he's checked in for Daniel Gafford. Marshall comes in for P.J. Washington. Christie, he's checked in for Thompson. And Spencer Dinwiddie subbed in for Kyrie Irving. Celtics trail by 4. Here's Pritchard. It's over Dinwiddie. The Mavericks pull it in. Stan, as you know, in past years, Peyton Pritchard had always wanted a starting role. Now, more opportunity, and he has responded.
Yeah, Kevin, he's very competitive and certainly deserving of rotation minutes. He is just now entering his prime.
And so it's Boston with it, following the score by Dallas. Pritchard gets the bucket.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Dinwiddie outside. Horford against Davis. It's hauled in by Cornette.
Yeah, trying to get separation from the defense right there. Just couldn't get it to go.
Hauser the pass to Brown. Horford with the screen on Christie. Here's Brown. Drills the elbow jumper.
Well, you got to know the scouting report on Brown. He's solid cashing in from the mid-range.
Dinwiddie left side. Davis setting the pick for Dinwiddie. And it's off from three-point range. Boston's gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from three-point range so far in the first. Brown against Christie. Brown feeling it out a bit. The crossover. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one on Davis.
Jaylen Brown proven to be a tough customer.
This is his first free throw of the game. And it's tied up with that one. And Greg, we were talking Jaylen Brown making the 2023 All-NBA second team. That was big for him, wasn't it?
Yeah, Kevin, it made Jaylen eligible for the Supermax, signing for that 5-year extension in July of 23. At the time, the largest contract in NBA history.
Now, here's Dinwiddie. He has yet to score. Pass to Davis. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
There's a fluid power and athleticism that he possesses. Nearly impossible to contain Davis inside.
Taking 2 shots.
Shoot 2. And that one falls for Davis.
And one of the best big men in the game. Davis continuing to prove how dominant he is.
Irving's checked in for Christie. Then for the Celtics, Torrey Craig. He's checked in for Luke Cornette. And it's Tatum in for Brown. He doesn't get the second one.
You can tell that miss at the line might stick with him for a while. Always hurts to miss a chance to take the lead.
Boston, no good that time either.
Well, that wasn't a bad shot. Defense playing a little loose there. Sometimes it just doesn't go in.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Well, there's plenty of scorers on the Celtics, but Jayson Tatum says, I'm going to get my shots. It's just about trusting the process. From experience, I understand that I'm good enough that I can relax and defer a little bit. Then in the fourth, I can score 20 in the quarter. Kevin? Sounds like he's figured it all out.
Thank you so much. You know, he can take over at any time, and it's fun to watch. DA, we thank you for that. Now here's Davis. Jayson Tatum missing his last shot. Irving passes to Dinwiddie. Pass to Marshall. Outside Irving. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Dinwiddie's shot is off. Boston trailing. Now Craig, still yet to score. Here's Tatum. The basket is good. That's his 6th attempt and his 3rd make.
And there's the frame being put to use by Tatum. He knows he's dangerous down low.
Irving with the ball. He has 7. Shoots from 14, and the jumper is on the mark. Irving's got 9.
Well, with his skill and confidence with the ball, if you put him in position, he'll reward you.
At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Mavericks lead by 2. We're back after this from American Airlines Center. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
Way to set the table. Offensively, they dominated on the interior.
Well, if they're going to be that ferocious inside, this defense is in for a long night.
On the court for the Celtics, they've got Horford. Jayson Tatum is out there with Torrey Craig. And it's Pritchard in at the point guard position. Now, here's Tatum. Oh, Tatum finds a way!
And it's going to take more than that to stop Tatum, a wing who can score in so many different ways.
Outside Irving. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. He's got 11.
I mean, it's just fun to sit back and enjoy watching him operate. And that's what it looked like the D was doing as well. They're just sitting back and watching.
Here's Pritchard. Pass to Tatum. Ah, there's Tatum's range on display.
This is why Tatum is a volume three-point shooter, because he knows how accurate he can be.
To the inside. And out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession. The Celtics with the lead. Here's Pritchard. Outside Tatum. No good from outside.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Here's Dinwiddie. Rebounded by Hauser. Boston's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. The 3 from Tatum. And Lively pulls it down. Lively's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Marshall with it. Frank is on him. Irving looking for an opening. Buries the long-range jumper. Irving's got 5 points now this quarter.
And when he's on like this, guys, there's not much you can do to stop Kyrie, an incredible shot maker.
Here's Pritchard. Pass to Hauser. Now Craig, the tray. That one's in, his first shot this game.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Dinwiddie for 3. The rebound by the Celtics.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Yeah, they might want to draw something up here to get him something at the rim or get him to the free throw line. Sometimes that's all it takes to snap a cold streak.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Pass to Christie. Back to Dinwiddie. And stolen by Tatum. They push it up 4 on 3. Craig with it. Here's Hauser. Clock at 6. Back to Craig. And the Celtics another 3.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment. when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
Now here's Irving. 14 points for him. And eventually every player, GA, has to grapple with age, realizing they've lost a step or two against the young fellas. And sometimes that is a very slow realization.
Oh, it is, Kevin. Hopefully by that point it's less about financial security and more about prolonging the inevitable, simply for the love of the game.
Edwards, he's checked in for the Mavericks. And Marshall kicks to Edwards. Now, here's Marshall, guarded by Tatum. Can they get it? And it's Irving missing. Celtics leading by 6. Executing to perfection right now offensively.
I mean, in total sync. Good luck trying to stop him now. Clearly a foul.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
And also, they're doing something you don't see as much anymore, and that is converting time and time again from the mid-range.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Daniel Gafford's checked in for Derek Lively. Klay Thompson comes in for Edwards. And it's Williams in for Christie. Mavericks trail by 7. Inside. There's Williams. Out to Thompson. Second shot opportunity. And he hits the jump shot. Thompson's got 6 points. And so Holiday will bring it up for the Boston Celtics. To the middle. And Cornet gets it to go. Cornet's got the lead up to 7 now for the Celtics.
Man, Holiday puts a lot of pressure on the defense. Often it's with his scoring, but right there, making a play for someone else.
And Jason Kidd is called timeout. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. Thompson dishes to Irving. Screen by Gafford. Down low. And Gafford throws it down.
Given his shooting ability, Irving presents a ton of problems in the pick and roll.
Williams against Holiday. Porzingis with a screen on Williams. Bounce pass, Holiday. And the dunk by Porzingis.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Mavericks trail by 7. And the conversation for Porzingis, coach, tends to always come back to help. And what a challenge that has been for him.
Yeah, Kevin, over his career, on average, he's missed about 30 games per season. But that's not an uncommon problem, as you know, for players who stand well over 7 feet tall.
Here's Pritchard, following the basket by Kyrie Irving. And that's good. Kristaps Porzingis for 3. Porzingis has got 5 points now in the quarter.
The reflexes on Porzingis can surprise you. For a big, he plays with great quickness.
Back to Irving. Fires for 3. The rebound by Holiday. Boston leading by 8. Out to the wing. Here's Pritchard. He has 5. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. And one of the most respected players in the NBA is Drew Holiday.
Yeah, Kevin, he's a 3-time Teammate of the Year award winner. He's also a Sportsmanship Award winner. He is a pro's pro.
And the technical free throw, missing that time. They'll retain possession here, however. Anthony Davis is checked in for the Mavericks. P.J. Washington comes in for Williams. The Celtics also changing it up. Jaylen Brown comes in for Luke Cornet. And Derek White subbed in for Pritchard. 5 to shoot. Here's Holiday. Gets it to go from 18 feet away. Holiday's got 7 points in the game.
Plays mature and under control. Holiday doesn't need the flashy plays. He's very comfortable with that mid-range.
Now, here is Irving. 16 points for him.
first personal foul.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
Now at the line for your Mavericks, Kyrie Irving. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Kyrie Irving. Stan, of all the different styles of offense in this NBA, what style is the toughest to defend, toughest to stop?
Kevin, I don't think there's really any difference in terms of styles or systems in terms of what's tough to stop. It's players. And it's how well a system maximizes their best players. That's what makes teams tough to stop.
Good work there as it goes. Brown's got his second basket of the night.
That's just Jaylen Brown putting in the work in close.
Outside, Davis. Back to Irving. Gafford sets the pick for Irving. Buries it from three-point range. Irving's got 12 now in this quarter.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look.
Porzingis can't hit. Mavericks trail by 7. On the wing, Irving, guarded by Holiday. Irving misses. Boston has gone past the three-point line for 13 of their shots. 6 of 13. Holiday against Irving. White, wide open. He fires. Misses the three. The Mavericks have gone 6 of 12 in the second quarter, right at the 50% mark from the field. Here's Washington. Rebound, Boston. Tatum's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. To the paint. Here's Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
And that passing ability really helps separate Tatum from so many others because the defense has to focus on his ability to score.
And Jason Kidd is called timeout. He's ready to talk things through with the team. Williams is checked in for Dallas. And the Celtics also making a change. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Tatum. And here's Williams now. He'll bring it up for Dallas. Thompson outside. Pass to Washington. And taken away by Brown. Goes up. And it's slammed in by Holiday.
Yeah, great anticipation from Brown to grab the steal and ignite the break.
Williams against Holiday. And here is Washington. No scoring in this one. Williams looking around. Just 5 to shoot. Washington with the screen on Holiday. Williams for 3. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at the line.
Back to Holiday. Pass to Brown. Back to Holiday. Nice move. Brown inside. Washington's on him. Beats the shot clock, but can't get it to fall. Williams with the ball, and Holiday picks him up defensively. Williams passes to Gafford. Pass to Washington. Going inside, and Gafford throws it down.
And how about that? What a sensational finish.
Hey, you got to be able to get some hang time to do that one. Celtics leading by 6. Brown outside.
There are so many different roles Jaylen Brown can take on for his team.
For Boston, they have made 3 of 5 free throw attempts.
And how about as a group, 80% on the season, one of their best attributes.
One free throw good from Brown. Boston making a switch here. Horford's checked in. And Brown drops them both. Mavericks trail by 8. Williams finds Gafford. Now Thompson. Pass to Williams. Davis with it, and Holiday picks him up defensively. Gets some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Davis has got 9 points.
A difficult shot for some bigs, but AD making it look easy.
Back to Holiday. Wants to get it to Brown and does. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Look, that up fake is a great weapon when defenders are crowding you. Brown puts him in the popcorn machine.
He's had 4 chances at the line, made them all.
An okay season at the free throw line for him so far, sitting right around 76%.
No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. Dallas has gone 3 of 5 beyond the arc since the start of the second quarter. And the wait is now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, the Celtics can beat you in a number of ways. Point guard Jrue Holiday said we can play small and big. We have great bench players who come in and change the game at any time and could start on other teams. And we have a hunger. Kevin, they're going to be a problem for a long time.
Agreed. Yeah, they are stacked, DA, for sure. Shot clock at 3. Holiday with the 3. The Mavericks pull it in. Here's Williams. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Second personal foul.
That one is on Holiday.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
Dallas shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And he knocks down the first one. And both free throws good for Williams.
I'm sure they don't want to send him to the line. That has to be in their scouting report.
Brown outside. Over Washington. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Brown's got 11.
And that's a good-looking jump shot from Jaylen Brown.
Williams against Holiday. There's 14 seconds left to play here in the half. Pass to Davis. Over Horford. And it's Davis missing. Launches it from deep. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. It's the Celtics up by 4. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
Yeah, it's not like he's getting everything at the rim. He's playing smart and just taking what the defense gives him.
Celtics leading by 4. Anthony Davis is out there with Daniel Gafford. And it's Kyrie Irving. And there's Klay Thompson. And it's Washington in at the 3, the small forward. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks. And Stan, as he enters his prime, Jayson Tatum is shooting to become the face of the NBA.
Yeah, and Kevin, he knows winning is the key. For a star player on a great team, learning that balance, when to take over and when to set up your teammates is a big part of it.
And the first one at the line is good. Stan, you've been on the bench in the NBA for many decades. What were some of your biggest pet peeves as a coach?
Oh my gosh, Kevin, that would be a long list. But the two biggest would be this. I think number one, anytime there was a lack of effort, you're not running back on defense, things like that. That I had a hard time tolerating. And then mental breakdowns, things we had prepared for over and over and over again, and then guys just zone out and forget what they're supposed to do. Those were things that were hard to tolerate.
Especially when you would take such care in preparing them in every way. It's got to be just excruciating.
Frustrating as heck.
Mavericks trail by 8. Irving kicks to Gafford. Pass to Thompson. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Here's Davis, guarded by Tatum. 6 on the shot clock. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Gafford misses. And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for the Celtics. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. The Mavericks pull it in. Gafford's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Washington against Brown. Right side Irving. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
That's his first personal, first team foul. At the line for one, Daniel Gafford.
And that one falls for Gafford. First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. Outside Holiday. Back to Tatum. Lets the 3 fly. Here's Porzingis. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5 for 8 night shooting.
And that's what Porzingis has to do. Use his size and length on the offensive glass.
2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Here's Irving. Boston grabs the miss. Holiday's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Pass to White. Back to Holiday. Now Porzingis, covered by Irving. And that one, good. And now a 9-point Celtic lead. Dallas has gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight, 5 of 12. And we've got a timeout called by Jayson Kidd. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. Outside Irving. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Celtics leading by 9. Brown outside. To Porzingis. Over Irving. Porzingis is doubled. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And check out Porzingis being sly with the pump fake there, pulling his men in close.
Celtics have shot the ball pretty well from the line, going 8 of 11. That free throw good from Porzingis. And both free throws good for Porzingis.
And he's shown a great touch at the line. They've tested the big guy, but he's come through.
Thompson outside. Back to Irving. Just 4 to shoot. Ring shot on the way. Rebounded by Tatum. Tatum's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Pass to Holiday. Outside, White. Holiday is screen on Thompson. Left side, Brown. Again, the miss by the Celtics. Mavericks trail by 11. It's stolen by White. On the wing, Holiday. Brown outside. Porzingis sets the pick for Brown. And the dunk by Porzingis.
And what a luxury to run pick and rolls with Porzingis. He can roll to the basket or pop out for that jump shot.
Outside, Davis. To end the drought. In deep, Gafford drops it in. Gafford's got 9 points.
Plays like that make a coach's life easy. Love the work rate he shows on the glass to get the score.
Outside, Holiday. Pass to Porzingis. Shot clock at 5. And the rejection by Gafford. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. And we have to take another glance at that powerful rejection.
And that block might serve as a spark for this team. We'll see if it can ignite them.
Mavericks trail by 11. Thompson outside from past the arc. Rebound, Boston.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
Too bad you don't get points for degree of difficulty. Holiday showing how to handle some tight interior defense.
Washington against Brown. Irving for 3. And Tatum pulls it down. Tatum's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Outside, White. Pass to Tatum. Outside, Porzingis. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. Tatum's got 3 assists now in this one. And so it's Irving. He brings it up for Dallas. They trail by 16. Tatum against Davis. Back to Irving. This one for 3. That's down the hatch. Notch one more to his total. That's 9 for 15 shooting.
Yeah, and when you're hit, you gotta hit back.
A bit of a duel going on between them. Came down the floor looking for immediate payback.
Brown outside. Anthony Davis with the rebound. Dallas has gotten 1 of 6 3-pointers to drop since coming out of the locker room at halftime. No good. Excellent D there from Holiday. Pass to Brown. Anthony Davis grabs the miss. Davis has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Outside Irving. Thompson passes to Davis. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Produced screen on Holiday. On its way from Irving for 2. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And that's a double-double for him now. 11 points and 10 rebounds. And here's Tatum for 3. Nailed from three-point land. Tatum's got 18 points in the game.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage. From
13, rebounded by the Celtics. Tatum's got 8 rebounds in this game. Fires the 3. Knocks down the 3 ball. Tatum's got 10 points in just the second half.
Well, you know Jayson Tatum can score, and that's exactly what he's done thus far.
Pass to Gafford. Now Thompson. Thompson hammers it down.
An impressive athlete. I like seeing Thompson take it inside and drop the hammer.
Over to the wing. Out of bounds. Dallas takes possession. Mavericks making a switch here. Marshall's checked in. Pritchard, he's checked in for Boston. Mavericks trail by 15. Thompson outside. Back to Irving. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Irving's got 26.
Almost effortless looking. Kyrie's motion inside is so well practiced.
Outside Tatum. Porzingis with a screen on Davis. Here's Tatum. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one on Davis.
Baiting the defender into a foul. Tatum wants to get to the line where he has always been terrific.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
Well, they've been absolutely on fire from deep. And until the defense offers more resistance, the coaches are going to keep encouraging them to let it fly.
And their passing has been great as well. Ball movement is key in getting good looks, and they've had that down tonight.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Derek Lively comes in for Daniel Gafford. And Spencer Dinwiddie subbed in for Kyrie Irving. Al Horford's checked in for the Celtics. Here's Marshall. Over Tatum. That misses off the backboard. Celtics leading by 14. On the wing, Holiday. He's covered by Thompson. Bounce pass from Tatum. And here's Brown outside. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. Tatum's got 4 assists now tonight. Now here's Dinwiddie. Hasn't made one yet. Thompson outside. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Here's Holiday. Dinwiddie with the rebound. The Mavericks trail by 17.
On a shooter like Dinwiddie, you have to guard close, but Dinwiddie challenges that defense and draws the foul.
The Mavericks have put up good numbers at the charity stripe, converting 6 of 7.
And taking a look at the numbers on the season, they've converted about 77% of those foul shots.
Christie, he's checked in for Klay Thompson. Boston also with the sub. Hauser's checked in. Good on the second free throw. Here's Pritchard. 5 points in the game. It's Brown on the wing.
2 minutes remaining in the
And they double up Brown.
2 minutes.
Pass to Hauser. From outside, off the mark.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Dinwiddie right side. There's the pick. There's the triple. Offensive rebound. Davis. And Davis throws it down hard.
Oh, my goodness. AD wanted them to feel that one. Davis boosts his whole team with that explosiveness.
Boston with the ball. 17 points was their biggest margin. Brown outside. Out to the right wing. Hauser the pass to Horford. Here's Hauser. Scoreless thus far. And he's good on the 3-ball.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Look, when the 3 is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
Here's Davis. Great D that time from Tatum.
Well, the defense was right where they needed to be to stop the layup. Great awareness and effort.
Dallas foul. Christie. First personal foul.
He shot 5 of 6 at the foul line.
Jaylen Brown. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. He's off on the second. Mavericks trail by 18. Now Marshall. On the wing, Dinwiddie. 23 seconds left in the third. Outside, Davis. Here's Christie. Here's Dinwiddie. And the layup falls.
And a long combo guard, Dinwiddie can use that 6'5" height inside like a bigger player.
Horford with the screen on Davis. Here's Tatum. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
What's up?
And that one falls for Tatum. And so it's the Boston Celtics taking a 19-point lead into the break. And with as many three-pointers as they've drained, it's easy to see why they're on the cusp of a blowout. We come back right after this. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, he puts that pass right on the money and made things look easy for his teammate.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And a look at the 5 for the Celtics to start the fourth quarter. They've got Torrey Craig. He's out there with Horford. And it's Pritchard in at the 1 spot. Dinwiddie kicks to Irving. Good on the bucket. Irving's got 28 points for the game.
I mean, the airtight handle of Irving, just leaving defenders in his dust.
Craig sets the screen for Tatum. To the middle. Craig can't get it to go. And here's Marshall will bring it up for Dallas. 17-point game. Outside Irving. There's the 3. Sinks the three-pointer. Irving's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And Irving can change the course of a game with his ability to shoot the 3.
And the rebound goes to the Mavericks.
And you're just not going to see him do that very often. Usually when he rises up, there's a guarantee it's going down.
And it's sent back by Horford.
And still capable of being your defensive anchor. Horford is excellent at positioning himself to block shots.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
Yeah, and getting out in transition allows for some easy points before that defense is fully set.
Irving from long range. The rebound by the Celtics. Hauser's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Tatum on the wing. That one goes in. Tatum's got 30 points.
Well, all of us coaches, we love when you can create looks in close.
Pass to Christie. Back to Irving. Shot clock at 6. Count that one. Irving's got 33 points.
A defender has Irving closely covered, but he's just so determined to get through the contact and to the bucket.
Here's Pritchard. Rebound by Marshall.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
Tatum against Dinwiddie. Horford with the screen on Dinwiddie. And here's Tatum for 3. That one's not going to go. Mavericks trail by 16. Irving passes to Marshall. Back to Irving. Dallas moving it around. And he lobs it up and finished off by Lively.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop. Here's Tatum. Well-placed jumper from the free throw line. Tatum's got 32 points in the game.
Oh, the control Tatum plays with is just mesmerizing.
Outside Irving. Buries it down low. Irving's got 14 points here in the second half.
Yeah, it took just enough off of it for the floater.
Here's Pritchard. He's covered by Irving. Here's Pritchard. The 3. Rebound by Marshall. Irving with it. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Irving's got 11 points in the quarter.
I love the advantage he has from a speed standpoint. Does a great job of creating separation for that shot.
To the inside, here's Horford. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. And the Celtics lead by 14.
And folks, this is Horford in his zone. Wasn't going to let that opportunity slip away.
Irving from long range. And Tatum pulls it down. Tatum's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Yep, that one goes. Tatum's got 34 points.
Well, it seems like he's making everything. Nothing makes a coach happier than seeing your offense click.
Lively with the screen. Irving from long range. Craig pulls it in. Boston leading by 16. Here's Pritchard. Pass to Tatum. Shoots over Dinwiddie. Tatum no good. For Dallas, they've gone 6 of 11 since the start of the fourth quarter. Now, here's Marshall. Outside Irving. Lets it go with a 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Irving's got 40 points.
Yeah, terrific feel for where the defense is hedging. Irving knows that's his shot to take.
Tatum with a screen on Irving. Here's Pritchard. An easy 2 points on the layup.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Dinwiddie surveying the floor. And Tatum pulls it down. Tatum's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. Horford with the screen on Irving. Pass to Horford. Here's Craig. Left side, Tatum. Shoots over Dinwiddie. Tatum's shot is off. And here's Marshall to bring it up for the Mavericks. Outside, Irving. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup. Irving's got 42 in the game. Here's Tatum. And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Daniel Gafford's checked in for Jarrett Lively. Anthony Davis comes in for Marshall. P.J. Washington, he's checked in for Christie. And it's Klay Thompson in for Spencer Dinwiddie. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thanks, guys. Listened in on what Joe Mazzulla told his team. He told them it's all about maintaining the lead. He told them he knows it's easy to get comfortable when you're in this position, that they need to keep the pressure on. Guys?
Thank you, David.
Nice job by Tatum inside. Very assertive. He's fantastic at putting the pressure on the D and consistently getting to the line.
The first free throw is good.
And it's the attention to detail that sets Tatum apart from most players in our league.
And so Tatum nails them both. And the Mavericks with possession here. Down by 15. Davis with a screen on Holiday. Irving from long range. Traps in the tray. Irving's got 45 points.
Well, clearly some sort of defensive breakdown there. He is not the kind of guy you give room to at the arc.
And White kicks to Tatum. Tatum, a three of his own.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
The shot by Thompson, no good.
And maybe, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him to ease up off the threes.
Here's Brown. Thompson with the rebound. Mavericks trail by 15. Washington inside. White covering. Washington kicks to Davis. Holiday against Irving. Back to Davis. Oh, good with the triple. Celtics leading by 15. Tatum deciding where to go with it. Pass to Porzingis for the three. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got 4 assists in the game.
Keep getting it to this man. I mean, once Porzingis catches fire, there is no putting that out.
Thompson against White. Thompson passes to Irving. From deep three-point territory, the Mavericks keeping it alive. The new 14.
Doing his job on the glass and doing it with force.
And Greg, it's not everybody in the league who can make those kinds of plays.
Well, he gets paid to be a factor on the glass. That's a nice dunk to finish it off.
Back to Holiday. Gafford with the steal. And even 3-on-3 break. And it's Davis with the jam.
And we've seen this movie before. Davis moves with authority and attacks the rim.
Celtics leading by 14.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Pass to White. Back to Brown. Just 5 on the clock. And again, Boston with the triple.
Well, credit them for maintaining that aggression, even being up this much.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, just protect the ball, make smart decisions, don't give them a chance to get back in the game.
And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up.
As dynamic with the ball as anyone in the league. Kyrie there earning a trip to the line.
Kyrie Irving.
That free throw good from Kyrie Irving.
And in terms of ball handling, this guy is just on another level. Kyrie Irving can put it on a string and just run circles around the defense.
Both free throws good from Kyrie Irving. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Inside. It's rebounded by Dallas.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Celtics.
Free throws were a big factor in this one.
You know, it's always great to get a lot of shots at the line, but the key, they were able to convert tonight. You start making free throws, and it can get you the win.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Jayson Tatum.
Well, you know, his work on the glass was a key factor, helping to turn the tide as far as the possession game, and so often that's the difference.
Yeah, they've sucked the energy out of this arena. Tremendous effort on the road.
Yeah, and winning games on the road is huge, especially when you get them in such a convincing fashion.
Irving passes to Davis. 6 to shoot. Pass to Irving. Puts up a 3. Another one goes. Incredible.
My goodness. 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show. And so the Celtics now can just hold on to the ball. Holiday against Irving. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Al. You guys do it as a 5-man unit on the floor. How did you come together for this win?
Just taking good shots on offense, trying to, getting stops on defense. We challenged every shot. We just played hard tonight.
Great effort.